Good afternoon. This is Dakota, and this is Coffee with Dakota, where I answer your burning questions. And today I'm on the, what creek am I on? Chessie Creek. I am on Chessie Creek, and this is a beautiful spot near Walterboro, South Carolina. And Chessie Creek, it dumps into the Ashepoo River, which is about maybe 2.5 miles from here. And then the Ashepoo goes right into the Atlantic. And it's a beautiful area. So you'll get to experience some of that too the next couple of weeks. I'm going to film a few coffees out here. So today is, we have a question from, let me get it. This coffee question is from Lisa. And let me pull up Lisa's, oh dear. Let me pull up Lisa's question as soon as I avoid going into the sticks. It's the problem with multitasking out here. So Lisa says, and I know I have a way to get this, because I just did it earlier. I'm sorry. Watch the scenery. Okay. I have a question. I just lost my brother. Well, not so much lost as died. He had a heart attack and was gone in an instant. I thought that I would be seeking spirit, but when I try and meditate, what comes up is anger. Anger at the universe for taking him at 63. Anger at him for leaving me. And this doesn't seem helpful. Do you have any thoughts on how I can get back on track? Should I just be patient and go through the grieving process? From Lisa. Lisa, first of all, I'm really sorry about your brother. And, you know, death. Death is such a hard thing, even when we know that it's, you know, like somebody's older and it's near their time, or they've been battling a sickness or an illness. But when you have a death that is, you know, so sudden, it really jars the spirit. And so that's not ever an easy thing to experience. And I'm sorry that you are experiencing that now. And to answer your question, Lisa, I have to talk a little bit about light polarization and spiritual bypassing, which is something that people in the spiritual path tend to do, is that they think that experiencing anger or fear or envy or jealousy or any of these emotions that we kind of deem as bad is really counterintuitive to being a spiritual person. And in truth, that couldn't be further from the truth. When we deny ourselves the emotions that are human, and anger is a very human emotion, then we really do a disservice to the reason why we're here. We're here to have a human experience. We're here to go through, you know, the light and the dark, the bumps, and experience all kinds of emotions, a full range of emotions, because that's what develops our spirit, is by that alchemy, that refinery of being able to go through the fire and come out the other side. When people are spiritually bypassing something, they go from this horrible event, your brother dying, and then they light polarize it, spiritual bypass, where they say, oh, it was meant to be, or I shouldn't be feeling the anger, it was in divine order, you know, there's a lesson in this for me somewhere. And what that does, Lisa, is it puts you back so far and so deeply, because then that anger then becomes deeply enrooted inside, and there's not a place for it to be expressed. And so that anger will eventually turn into, you know, it could turn into cancer, it could turn into heart disease. It could turn into multiple things. Whenever we repress emotions, it turns into a physical manifestation because it needs to come out in some way. So for you, allowing yourself and giving yourself permission to feel that anger, to feel that deep emotion that comes from an event like that. I mean, that's an event that changes you, and you waste that opportunity if you don't allow yourself to go through all the various emotions that are going to show up. And it's not going to be just anger. It's going to be, deep sadness and grief, and and anger is probably going to surface a few different times in a few different layers, and you just keep going through it and through it and through it and through it. And when you come out the other side of it, then you see what is the spiritual lesson. What did I learn from this experience? How did this shape me? How did it change me? And that deepens your path, your spiritual path, in such a way that you live life a little bit differently. And that's how we ultimately develop our spirituality, is through events like this. You don't really learn anything from having a white picket fence and everything being all beautiful and shiny. That's just not what we learn from. It's nice to have that. It's really beautiful to be in a place where you're experiencing, joy and happiness and deep contentment and things like that, and we strive for that. But at the same time, my experience and what I've read in other fields of thought is that when you get to that plateau where everything is really serene and perfect, you can sure as heck bet that there's going to be some upset of the apple cart in some area of your life, because that's how we learn. It's like your spirit's like, okay, this is good. Now let's take it the next step. Let's go to the next level and deepen this thing called the human experience one more time. So, something just came out of the water right beside me. The most spiritual people that I know are the ones who allow themselves to go through the whole spectrum of emotions, and that they do get angry, they do get fearful, they do get hurt, they do get jealous, they do get all these things, but then they take it to a different level and get to the other side of it. They go through the emotion, they don't bypass it, they get through the emotion, and they come out on the other side having learned something very deeply valuable, that pushes them forward on their path. So I hope for you, Lisa, that you allow yourself and give yourself permission to feel all of that, to be in it fully. And anger is a great emotion to have. It really is. It's got a lot of energy to it. If we didn't have anger, we'd have a society full of apathetic people, and it would just be an awful place to live. It really would be. So anger, when channeled well, becomes a great conduit for movement in your life. And you can channel it through creativity, through physical exercise, through a variety of things, being an activist, you name it. And sometimes in that initial anger, you need to basically beat a pillow, scream, yell, get it out, and be unapologetic for that. Just allow yourself. So I hope that helps, and I hope that you are forgiving of yourself in this process, and just really let it be what it needs to be for you. Okay? With no judgment. No judgment. And my thoughts are with you, truly. And reach out, I know that you're in the Facebook group, and that's a great. There's just an amazing amount of people in there who are extremely supportive, and they, it's a safe group to be able to be that, to be all of you in it. So anyway, I'm with you. Thanks. Bye. Hey, so stick with me for just one more minute. I've got something really exciting to tell you, that we are just now going to be opening up a private, super private Facebook group for just a very select people who are very interested in this kind of work. So what we're planning on doing is doing some light teachings that will kind of coincide with what we do in the mentorship, to give you a little taste test of each of the directions. And so for 9 weeks, out of each time that we go around the medicine wheel, we will re-embark on a new direction and give you some challenges and some fun things to do that will kind of line you up with that energy of the medicine wheel. I'll also be doing a live meditation every single week, and we call that Trance Tuesday, so you can guess what day it's going to be on. And in addition to that, we're also going to do, in August, we're going to do a 21-day gratitude challenge. I can kind of foresee that in the fall time, we're going to do a 21-day soul detox cleanse. We'll do 21 days of ritual. We're just going to do all kinds of stuff. So anyway, this is an invitation-only type Facebook group. It's a closed group. So if you want in, then go to the link below and let us know that you want in, and we will make sure that you get a personal invite. So again, go to the link below, get your personal invite, your little golden VIP card, and join us. We're actually going to be starting meditations now, so they probably, by the time you see this, have already started. So get on there and come join the community. Now, wait, before I let you go, before you hit that stop button, this group, this Facebook group I want the energy to be super high, and I want it to be really authentic, and I want people to show up. So if you're just joining the group just to have it on a tab on the sidebar, it's not going to be worth your while. It's not going to be worth my while. I want people who are engaged. I want people who are really interested in learning this work. So if you know somebody also that you think would fit that, then please give them this link and let them kind of join up. Or once you're in, you can invite people in as well that you want. But really, I'm very protective of my groups. So please come join us if you really feel called and led to. All right, I'll see you on Facebook or in another coffee. Bye, guys.